Hey, Intermodal Trucker here. My name is Larry, and we are here at Master Fleet, which is the JB Terminal in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It is March 1st. Oi, where's the time gone? Well, we just walked out of a meeting with my terminal manager, with my fleet manager, and I kind of broke things down with them and stuff, and sat there and talked about a bunch of different things and pay and excuse me, and just different things. And the terminal manager actually mentioned, he said, a couple weeks ago, he goes, it's down there, he goes, I was sitting in the office, and he goes, I was looking at the leaderboard, and he goes, I said, where's Larry? And they're like, oh. And I guess they checked on me or whatever. And he's like, oh, he's running hard. He's doing, 2,200 or so, or 2,300 miles, or he's getting a week of stuff. And the terminal manager was like, no, that's not Larry. They said, Larry, I haven't seen his name up there in that board. And he goes, he was always like one or two on that board. And I haven't seen him on there for a while. And I said, yep. That's right. So we had a chat about everything else, how to improve things and everything else. And I believe we're gonna work through this and make this happen and everything. Because like I have said in the past, guys, this job that I do, this intermodal trucking, working for JB Hunt, I really feel that this is the best trucking job I've ever done in my life. It really can go smooth if everything works out. It works well. It's a good job. It's easy. It's, as a truck driver, it's kind of nice. You don't have to sit around and wait for unloads and reloads and sitting around for, and you're messing around with your clock and stuff and all that. Like John over at JBG Travels. I mean, he goes into places and he has this, he gets there at 10 o'clock at night and he's got to unload at 2 in the morning. And he can't go in until 1 in the morning or something. That's an average. That's what happens in the industry. That doesn't happen with me. I still run logbooks and everything else, but JB Hunt has this thing where it's, if you're a night shift, then you're a night shift. If you're a day shift, you're a day shift. They don't run you, and then when you don't have a load, then they shut you down and tell you, okay, we got a load picking up at 10 o'clock in the morning. They try that once in a while, but I just say no. And then they pay me for sitting and stuff. So that's one of the really good benefits about it. The only problem that I really have, and to be perfectly honest with you, I am a terrible employee. I really am. It's hard for me to work for somebody. I work hard. I usually get the jobs done. Every place I've ever worked at, my employers have always, hey, you're leaving. Why are you leaving? Oh, stay. And then it's always been when I leave, it's like, hey, if you ever want a job, come talk to me. So I've always had really good reviews and stuff. It's not that I can't do the jobs or I'm bad at doing the jobs. It's just it's hard for me to work for someone else. And that's why I try to stay away from the offices. I try not to go in there and deal with this stuff. But it's been just getting really bad. Actually, so far this week, I've lost 20 and a half hours from sitting around, having to do that Smith class, to little odds and ends, getting stuck places and everything. And I've just had a run of bad luck over the last couple weeks. So I think that we've figured out some things. They said they're going to work with me on some of these things and try to get things better scheduled and everything else. And we'll see how this goes. The terminal manager said, what's your goal? What do you want for pay for a week? And I told him $2,000. I need $2,000 a week. That's minimum. I need it to be $2,000. And he went back at my goal, and he looked at like my past pay and everything else, and he said, that's very obtainable, and we're going to make that happen. So they know that I run very hard. I'm capable of doing the job, no problem. So, and like I told them, I don't want to be up here. I don't want to be calling. I don't want, no offense, but I really don't want to talk to you guys. Just put the loads on me, and I'll run it. I'll get it done. If it's bad weather, if it's a hard thing to do, it's okay. I'll get it done, as long as my paycheck at the end of the week shows it. You know what I mean? And to their benefit too, there's been an issue that's happened. Chicago got a really bad snowstorm, and I can't figure out why this affected the trains. But Chicago got a bunch of snow, and it got this big snowstorm like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and somehow that affected all the trains in Chicago, and all the loads got messed up. And so the trains are like trying to play catch up right now. And I know that's been part of the problem. I don't understand how a train gets affected by snow. I don't understand that aspect of it. If there's a foot or two of snow on the train tracks, I don't know. I would think they have a little locomotive with a snowplow on it or something that goes down the train tracks and blows the snow off the train tracks or something. But even if there is snow on the train tracks, I don't see how that would be an issue with it. I would think the train just would drive right through it and be not a problem, but I don't know, maybe it is an issue. I don't know. But I know that the rails are backed up. And so there has been that. It's not totally the office fault or nothing like that. Some of the crazy dispatch stuff that I share with you guys, yeah, some of that stuff is just, come on, people. But everybody's everybody. So we had a meeting. We cleared the air. I think everything is going to be better. We're going to see what happens. It is a beautiful, gloomy 34 degrees. It was snowing out a little bit ago. And I am ready to roll. So we're going to get this started here tonight. He was talking something about a Marinette going down and then something coming back up and then get me home. So I'm waiting for that load information, and then I'll be taking off and heading up to Marinette, Wisconsin. So I shall see you guys up there, and we're going to get this night going and get home tomorrow. I got a few things going on this weekend. I actually need colder weather. I know that's like bad to ask for, but I need it to get a little bit colder. I need a cold snap. I got some trees. Some guy was supposed to come and cut some trees out that fell into one of our fields, and he hasn't shown up. And I have to get those cleared before the farmer wants to, because we rent that land out to the farmer. I need to get those cleared before he comes in. And right now the fields are just all mush and everything. So I actually need a little cold snap to happen so it freezes the ground up so I can get out there and cut these trees out. So that might be, if the temperature drops like I think it's supposed to, maybe we can get this weekend. Otherwise maybe next weekend or something. I need a cold weekend. Otherwise than that, we're ready to go. Happy. Everything's great. And I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Hello and welcome to Kohler Company, Kohler, Wisconsin. Looks like we got perfect timing going on here. Schnitter was at the guard shack, so they probably had to call a guard out here, and he just got done, so I'm pulling up in, and there's a guard here waiting for me, and I don't have to call nobody. $29,000.
Seems like a light load.
Yep.
Gate's open for you.
Okay, thank you. I don't know why I'm sitting here staring at my license like, what's that?
You didn't take any of these, did you?
Nope. No. Paperclip fell off though.
That's good. I can read paperclip.
It went down somewhere down there, so
They'll find
I think Kohler can afford a paperclip.
Oh yeah. I have this many here. I have this many over here.
Well, then you got a paperclip surplus.
Well, they send all these with paperclips on, and then if we don't need all the paperclips,
Sure. All right, see ya. That was a nice, friendly gentleman. He was having himself a happy day. It was all smiles. That's nice to see. They're usually pretty good here. I don't think I've ever really had anybody with a attitude or nothing. They're usually pretty good here. Alright, they want you to park down as far as possible. There is not many loads here. What was it, 31 something? What's the number on this one? Nope. Kind of running out of space here. Yeah. Wondering if there's a spot up here. Kind of looks like it a little bit. No, she's full. Whenever you come in here and there's a yard guy, he sees you, he always points real fast down, you know, as in, put that all the way down there. But then the problem is, you go down there and there's no room, so you gotta back up. Well, we got one here, it's a little tight. One of them's crowding the line, but we'll be alright. But the one thing is we got plenty of room to pull up here. There we go. I just got to slide my tandems. Well, this guy's watching me. There it is. Hook up. 31, 49, 24. Passes 1, 8, 3, 6, 5, 9. Pretty new chassis there. Flashing, we got our paperwork. Container looks good, no holes, big dents. Tires are like brand new. That Schneider guy's over there just jerking that thing all over the place still. If you lift up his dolly legs, you might be able to move it. Alrighty, mud flap is lit, lock's locked. Those tires are good. This is a pretty big facility here at Kohler Company. I mean, how many places, how many businesses have their own water towers? And there is some, but then how many have 3 of them? So, I don't know if they supply water to the town through those 2 or what, because I mean, pretty much Herb Kohler, the guy who owns this, pretty much owns Kohler, the city too. He pretty much built this whole town. I mean, he's got the American Club in there, there's all different restaurants and little shops and stuff down there. He's the one he's built this town the way he wants it. I looked one time with my first wife, we actually looked in Kohler at a house. And we were thinking about doing it, but we checked into the taxes, and then there's some kind of fee thing you gotta pay for upkeep or something, I don't know. And it was a lot of money. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. Wah, wah. I gained weight. Huh? I gained weight. 60,700 pounds. That's pretty close. Where the heck is Schnitter going?
For some reason, they don't like to, take the easy ways.
So he's gonna cut all the way through the parking lot over to what's his name? That road over there?
No, there's a path that
goes
behind
the water tower's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he go over there though?
Because that's what their GPS tells them to do.
That's weird.
I mean, I get it. To be fair, like
you got to take the frontage road all the way down to 32.
Yeah. Well, that's 28 that way.
We're 28, yeah.
32.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I'm just woke up.
I understand. I don't know. Well, for the longest time, we had a problem with Schneider. You know where the sports score is?
Yep.
Yeah. Turning and going into the sports core parking lot because their GPS is telling them 900 Highland Drive was on the right.
Oh, really?
Supposedly.
No. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, who knows?
I certainly don't. So.
All right. Catch you later. I just noticed my windows are like filthy. And you're probably like, I know! I've been telling you, I've been yelling at you. The last 10 minutes, clean your windows. Well, guess I had my earplugs in, I didn't hear you. Alrighty, now we gotta pull over here. Speed bump. We got to do our computer information. I also have another pre-plan too. So I need to check that out. Alrighty. So, state code, Pennsylvania. Off to Pennsylvania. Seal number is a K5472 and a 9. I hate PO. Why do I gotta fill in PO? It's a preloaded trailer. I brought in an empty. It says 603 in here. Let's see what they got listed on the paperwork. Not that it really matters or nothing, but see, all they list on here is 53 pallets. And it has it at 31,000 something. It's actually 29,978. Does it matter? I don't really think so, but I just put it in there. Do I know why I put it in there? Maybe a little OCD, I don't know. Could be it. ETA. We got 3 hours from now, so that's going to be 22. Let's go 22:15. And we should have 6 hours left. And send. So we're good. Let's see what our next pre-plan is. My next pre-plan is pick up an empty at 47th Street, NS 47th Street, and go home. I kind of expected that, and they already kind of told me that I would probably not get a load up. And the reason why that I'm having issues with getting loads coming back up, and this is what we talked about, is that they're not looking at me until later in the afternoon and evening, and by that time all the loads are already gone. They're already booked out for the night. So then they're not messing with me, and then 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night or whatever, I get down there and get empty, and they look on there where they got no loads, because everything's been booked out for the night. And so that's why I'm losing my loads. the way it used to be is in the morning, I would set my ETA and say I'm going to be available at this time with this many hours. And they would, in the morning, they would take care of their morning guys, the guys that were running, you know, early. They would take care of those guys first. But then about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, they would go back and look at me and pre-plan me through the night, and there was loads available. But over the last, like, almost a month now, it's really kind of changed around, and that's what we talked about, is that they've gone to looking at me at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or evening. And then they're starting to book loads. Well, by this time, the load's already booked. And then they got drivers that are picking up loads down in Chicago and then pulling into the CY or pulling in down there. And they're sitting on a load. They pick it up at the rail yard and then pull over and do their 10-hour break. And then I'm coming down there and I can't get any load. But there's a guy sleeping with the load right here. You know? So that's what we had a little chat with about, and they said they're going to fix that. So we'll see how it goes. So off to NS 47th Street. I'll catch you guys there. And there's another message. Let's see what they got to say. Reply yes. Send that. What's this message? Order comments. Yeah, pick up empty. LC is good. So my loader call is good. Alright, so we'll catch you guys down at NS 47th Street. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna feel on the way down or way up. Not really sure yet. I'll figure it out. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.